11 Sports and For the Fans welcomes you to the following presentation of the Simulation Football League.
The Gateway Arch at 630 feet is the tallest monument in the United States. We are in St. Louis, Missouri on a snowy February night at the Gateway Coliseum for a Week 4 matchup as the undefeated Gladiators host the undefeated Vancouver Legion. Good evening, everyone. I am Mike Daggs, and alongside me in the booth is Matt Wilson. On stats is my Valentine, Gerald Smith. Our producer is Cameron Irvine. You are watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. Happy Valentine's Day, Matt. And it looks like Matt is muted at the moment. A battle of undefeated teams here in Week 4. St. Louis is in uncharted waters, having never been 3-0 in franchise history. And they got here by doing what very few thought they could do, getting it on the road last week in Louisiana, that third win. Tonight, they are fighting on, looking to get their fourth win, but they've got a tough task in front of them. They're facing Vancouver and their number one scoring offense, led by quarterback Tom Pepper, first in the league in yards and touchdowns. They've had their way with opposing defenses so far this season. They've been to 4-0 once in franchise history back in season 15, licking their chops to do it again tonight. What are the keys to victory for both of these teams?
Well, Vancouver just needs to be doing what they've been doing all season, like throwing the ball. Tom Pepper's number one in yards, touchdowns, and QBR. I see no reason for them to majorly change their game plan. St. Louis needs their defense to step up big time tonight. They can create turnovers and the offense remain opportunistic like last week. They have a great shot at winning the game. We'll come away with a W and still be undefeated. There's only one way to find out, and that's undefeated.
All right, Matt. Well, 4 undefeated teams started off the week, and 3 now remain. The undefeated Los Angeles Lycans losing earlier on this week. Soon to be only 2 undefeated teams remaining. Let's head down to the field for kickoff to get this one started. Vancouver will kick. St. Louis, they will receive. Raymond Rakowski kicks it away for the Legion. A very short kick into the wind. Only gets down to the 15-yard line, and Jacob Swaim returns it. Gets it up to the 32-yard line. And, Matt, are you enjoying Valentine's Day or what?
I can't believe you didn't call me the Hall of Famer in your introduction. I'm just Matt. Gerald, you're Valentine, and I'm just Mr. Vanilla, huh?
Mr. Vanilla.
Happy Single Awareness Day to you, too.
The Hall of Famer, the quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs, Matthew D. Wilson, in the booth with me. Getting this one started, a short, quick pass from Christian Brown. That one is incomplete. Here on a frigid February night, Matt, it is ice cold here in St. Louis. The snow's coming down 4 degrees, but it feels like minus 16 in a north wind, 13 miles per hour. We'll see how that affects kicking in this ball game.
Well, Vancouver should be used to this. It's not exactly balmy where they're from. A little farther north.
The eternal frost, as they like to say. Second down and 10 now for the Gladiators. Another quick pass, just getting it out of his hands as quick as he can, it seems. Christian Brown hitting his receiver. That's tight end Phil Koss.
Yeah, Koss has had some big games, and one of those guys, you know. St. Louis doesn't do anything particularly explosive. They're middle of the pack on offense, but, you know, they just do enough to get the job done. And, hey, an ugly win is a win, no matter what.
Absolutely. Short drop. Christian Brown floats this one off to the right-hand side. That one is complete for first down yardage. Momentum carrying himself out of bounds. Eagle Mondavi with the catch. Excuse me, that's Paul Delavu with the catch.
Yeah, and, you know, Brown's arm strength still not, you know, he's a rookie in the league, still working it out. It's also to float a little more than the average quarterback. So I'm Vancouver. I'm not giving him a soft zone. I'm playing up on the receivers and challenging that arm.
First down and 10 now from the 44-yard line. Ball is handed off to Cairo Martinez for the first time tonight.
Oh!
That's a nice gain of 8 up the middle. We'll bring up a 2nd down and 2. The starters here on the St. Louis offense, quarterback Christian Brown. You just saw running back Cairo Martinez. The fullback is Bill Cherry. The receivers, Eagle Mondavi and Paul Delavu. The tight ends, Phil Koss and Guy Clausen. Second down and 2. That pass is caught and complete, moving the chains all the way up in Vancouver territory. 1st down and 10 from the 43.
I swear, I said it last week. I don't need to harp on it, but Brown's balls just they get there, Mike. They're the sneaky little like balloon balls. But you know what? If they're on target and no one's around, who cares how he gets there, right? It's not pretty, not pretty, just like the offense, but they get the job done.
Not a lot of zip on the pass in a kind of unique throwing motion, but he gets it done. And a little floating sidearm gets that pass out.
Oh!
And then heading downfield, Bill Cherry, the 2nd season in the league for that fullback, getting up to the 30-yard line. It's a nice gain of 13 on the play for number 45.
Yeah, they're really rolling on offense. This is what they need. A nice, long, consuming drive. Keep this dangerous Vancouver offense off the field. Score some points.
And on 1st down, they'll throw a 4-yard out route. Phil Koss with the reception. The starters for the Vancouver Legion defense, the defensive line, Achilles Papatonis, Mike Coverson, and Gerald Giudice. The linebackers, Kevin Brackett, Josh Farnsey. And the secondary is Kyler Murray, Ashley Rose Finch, Dean Maddox, Major Key, Mark Lopez, and Nate Hall. 2nd down now and 6. And another short, lofty throw. It actually was a long throw, but the throwing motion makes you think he's going to throw it about 3 yards, and then just like that, it goes down the field for 12 yards. 1st down and 10 from the Vancouver 12-yard line.
And Brown's hitting at about 74% of his passes, so he's been accurate. Only a couple of picks, so he just needs to be consistent.
And another quick pass and another 1st down. 1st down and goal from the 1. Phil Koss with the reception. And Matt, he's had a couple of great back-to-back weeks. Last week in the win over Louisiana, 5 receptions, 78 yards, and a touchdown. Almost had a touchdown there.
Well, now I think you get Martinez, give him the ball, and give him a couple, at least 2 straight carries and see if he can get a little bit closer. You're on the 1.
Martinez does indeed take the ball, and he's into the end zone for a nice early touchdown, making Snow Angels here in the end zone at home. His 2nd touchdown on the season, 7th on his career.
I'm like, we've only commentated 2 Gladiator games, and this is the first drive of the 2nd one, but I think that's the best drive I've seen them put together as far as, we've seen them.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. It was very efficient. Yep, very efficient drive. They made good use of the pass and the run. 10 plays, 69 yards, ending with a 1-yard touchdown rush to get into the end zone. And they're, showing everybody there why they are undefeated and why they're for real. It's not a fluke. They're 3-0 because they're playing good, solid football. Extra point is up, and it is good. 7-0 here in St. Louis, hosting the undefeated Vancouver Legion. So both teams 3-0, Matt. We talked about it in the opening. 4 teams came into the week undefeated. Now there's only 3, with Los Angeles losing their game. And in this one, there's going to be, one more team losing. And the O has got to go, as you like to say.
That's right. And
5
that was
yards.
a much deeper kick.
Yeah, 5 yards deep in the end zone. Know which way the wind is going in this one, from right to left. And brings it out to the 20-yard line. That is where the Vancouver Legion will start off on offense. Matt, the O has got to go. Three unbeatens remain. St. Louis, Vancouver, and Denver. Denver putting up quite the performance yesterday. St. Louis, Vancouver playing now. We'll see which one can remain undefeated. Tom Pepper leading the offense out onto the field for the first time. Dropping back and throwing a pass over the middle into a well-defended receiver. That one is going to be broken up and incomplete. The starters here on the Vancouver Legion offense: quarterback Tom Pepper, the halfback Robert Redford, wide receivers Brett Killian, Kendra Hall, and Andy Hamilton. The tight ends are James Walters and Dan Daly. Keep an eye out for guard Michael Percoco and tackle Mike Newtones as they try to keep Tom Pepper protected and open up some running lanes for Robert Redford. 2nd down and 10. Pepper out route to the top. That one is complete. Hauled in by Kendra Hall. Good for a gain of 5. 3rd and 5 coming up.
And this St. Louis defense, I mean, they're number 2 in pass yards allowed per game. They're going to clamp you down, so it's going to be interesting to see if Vancouver can break that seal.
5 wide for the Legion. Pepper takes the snap, has time, looks, fires over the middle, and that one is caught. Hauled in for a nice gain up to the 38-yard line, and that will move the chains. Andy Hamilton with his first catch of the ball game.
Hamilton just firing in just a zone, flops himself right in the middle, and takes a little shot for his troubles. But if I know Andy, he'll keep going. The man never stops.
Never stops talking usually, but he'll.
Well,
he'll
I was
keep on
going to
playing.
say that, but I was trying to be kind, Mike.
Our good friend Andy Hamilton. Offset I formation here on 1st down and 10. Ball is handed off to Redford for his first carry. It'll be good for a gain of 3 up the left side. 2nd down and 7 coming up. The starters on the St. Louis Gladiator defense, the defensive line, Todd Dubstat, Tom Tanner, and Igor Barbatov. The linebackers, Rodney Panani, Mark Gronick, and Tony Roberto. The secondary is Freeman Peltier, Drew Riley, Zach Haldorf, Geralt Winkler, Colin Douglas, and Nicholas Warner. Deep pass, and that one's caught going into the end zone. Number 88, Dan Daly, touchdown, Vancouver.
Wow, this is the big play offense that Vancouver's shown the past couple of games. That's why they're undefeated. Mike, throw it to the tight end, huh? No one, he got past the safety. You just can't let a tight end like that roam free. I mean, I think I could have limped that one into the end zone.
Well, yeah, probably if you had made it downfield that quick.
Did you see me try to catch that guy that intercepted my pass? I didn't quite make it, but I was close.
No, you didn't. You made a valiant effort. Tom Pepper now over 26,000 yards on his career. An impressive career for Tom Pepper so far. 8 seasons in the league, 7 of which have been with the Vancouver Legion.
And that's his 10th touchdown on the year, too.
Extra point try coming up. Burkowski kicks it up and through, and this one is tied back up. So, Matt, the over-under on this game set at 51.5. What do you think about that? Are we going to hit it? Are we going to blow it away? Are we going to be under it? What do you think?
It's too early to say. St. Louis had a nice ball control drive, so that ran a lot of clock out, and then Vancouver says, well, we're just going to bob it on you. And so it's a little bit of a deflating moment for St. Louis. They need to bounce back with another nice drive.
Another kickoff into the wind,
Jeez.
Only going back to the 10-yard line. So we'll have to watch these kicks from left to right, Matt, as the wind is blowing hard in this one. Congratulations to Tom Pepper on that milestone, 10th all-time now, after passing 26,000 yards. 5-play, 81-yard drive with a 58-yard passing touchdown to put him over that 26,000 mark. So St. Louis back out onto the field for their second possession of the ball game. Coming out in a running look, and Martinez will take the handoff, runs up the middle. Another good run from Martinez. He gains 8 on that one.
Yeah, Martinez has kind of struggled in the rushing game. 2.5 yards a carry coming into today's game, but he's killing it right now in his first few carries.
Last week, 23 touches for Cairo Martinez, Matt, and he didn't quite hit 50 yards. His long on the day last week in Louisiana was 7 yards, so he's already beaten that in this one. Takes the handoff here, gets past the first down marker and more.
Oh!
Here comes a really long run as he gets all the way up to the 42-yard line, tacking on about 22 there.
This snow, it's hard to tell where I am, Mike, but it was a nice run by Martinez. It's just a giant winter wonderland of fun. Then Vancouver wearing white, just trying to hide in the snow, I guess. Bold strategy by Andy Hamilton, but Martinez still found his way through. I mean, Vancouver looks like a bunch of snowmen out there. Dirty snow, though. Ew.
They do. Martinez takes a breather. Christian Brown alone in the backfield in the gun. Fires this one over the middle, and that one is caught for a gain of 8. Hitting his receiver, that's Phil Koss, with the catch.
Christian Brown, just little pitch and catch in the backyard there for 8. And now, man, just Martinez back up. He had to play off. Get your fullback in there and run it up the middle on this defense. That's great success so far. You only need 2 yards.
2nd down and 2. This one's handed off to Martinez. He can't quite make it. Stuffed after a gain of 1 yard. And it'll be a 3rd down and 1 from the 33-yard line. Kevin Brackett with the stop.
I guess Vancouver got my memo. We got to be quiet. But, you had another shot, 3rd and 1. Just try a little bit different looking run. Still a possibility.
And a quick handoff. I believe that one's to Bill Cherry. And it is indeed Bill Cherry with the run, and that'll move the chains. 1st down and 10 from the 28.
That's a good change of pace. Use Cherry, give Martinez a rest, keep him fresh. That's what we do in Mexico City, and it works pretty well, the 1-2 combination.
Absolutely. Keep the hands out of the tight end down there in Mexico City. That's the strategy. It's leading them to victory.
Good catch.
Brown hands this one off to Martinez, and he is jumped on in the backfield, and there will be no gain on that one. Tackled for a 1-yard loss, actually. Visit the all-new SFL League website at simulationfl.net for info on how to create a player, to join our community, the league, and the teams that play in it. Links to apparel, helmets, and a comprehensive history of the SFL. It's over 1,400 games and thousands of players who have hit the virtual field. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Martinez now with 36 yards on 7 carries. After a short gain of only 1, it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
This is where Vancouver wants to be. St. Louis, not the best passing attack, and put a little pressure on the rookie and see what happens.
Low snap, hauled in, thrown deep down the left side into the end zone. Touchdown, St. Louis. Eagle Mondavi with the catch and score.
Like, can I say it? The Eagle has landed into the
Eagle
end zone.
has landed in the end zone indeed, Matt.
Mondavi's 3rd on the season. Again, Christian Brown just throwing a rainbow, and boy, can't place it any better than that. Mondavi with his 3rd of the season, and that's their number 1 target, so you got to watch out. And just like that, St. Louis hits a big play of their own, and it's a 14-7 game pending the extra point.
Back and forth we go. Fly, Eagle, fly. They're calling out in the FTF Next Twitch chat. Not the song, Matt. Twitch.tv/FTF Next if you would like to join in on the chat. Hundreds of people watching there, and lots more all around the world watching on For the Fans. Appreciate everybody joining us tonight for this battle of undefeated teams. St. Louis out in front now, 14-7 over the Vancouver Legion. So 3 drives, 3 touchdowns, Matt.
Reminding me of another game I participated in. Hate to go back, but that was a high-scoring affair between Mexico City and wherever we played. I don't even remember who won. That's all that matters.
Matt's like, I know I was there, and I know there was a lot of points. 5 yards deep in the end zone, bringing this one out and getting up to the 19-yard line. Cost him 1 by not taking the knee, but Andy Hamilton rolls the dice and gets it up to the 19. That's where Tom Pepper and company will come back out onto the field. Only 3 completions, Matt, for Tom Pepper on his first drive, but 3 completions. 3 completions for 78 yards and a touchdown. QBR currently sitting at 156.3.
Alas, not perfect.
A nice drive. Ball is handed off and spinning his way up to the 25-yard line. Robert Redford and Matt, they're going to keep their foot on the gas.
See if they're going to give it to Redford again, or we're going to throw the ball.
They do indeed. Redford fights forward, gains another 2 on the play. 3rd down and 2 now.
St. Louis, I'm bunching up playing the run, seeing if Vancouver, if Pepper's going to audible out of this.
23 on the line for St. Louis, and that is the exploit that Redford uses as he's able to scamper forward to the 34-yard line.
Oh boy, Redford's going to need some Gatorade and an oxygen tank.
Now they're going to go to the skies this time, and wide open is his receiver. Gets it up to midfield. Pass hauled in by number 81, backup tight end Austin Hansen. And Redford takes this carry, only gains 3 this time. Be a 2nd down and 6, and they're going to come out of the no huddle, Matt, because Redford just kind of laid there in the snow for a little bit.
I think it was Pepper that was tired. He's just like, okay, I'm kind of tired now.
Time to take a breather. Huddle back up, regroup, 2nd down and 6 in St. Louis territory.
Very successful no huddle sequence though for Vancouver. Moved the ball pretty well, and they're in good position here on 2nd and 6.
Pepper under center. 5-step drop, out route to the top, and that one is complete. Hauled in by Brett Killian. BK has it his way, gets it up to the 35-yard line, moving the chains. 1st and 10.
Think he'd get me a Whopper? Kind of hungry.
Maybe at halftime, Matt.
Out route for Killian, and no one was around, and that's a problem. You don't want to leave Brett Killian wide open.
Yeah, you can't. He's definitely one of the top receiving targets on this Vancouver Legion offense. And there you go, Matt. Back to perfection. 158.3 for Tom Pepper. Short pass is incomplete.
Picked.
Trying to hit Dan Daly, and I think the wind may have affected that one, Matt. It was just an awkward-looking play.
Or somebody slipped in the snow. Let's see. That just looked long.
Just way behind him. I don't know if it floated or what. Yeah, I got a couple looks at it, and it's, I don't know.
Maybe a miscommunication. Now, maybe was run a little too far, but luckily for Vancouver, no harm done, really. 2nd and 10, and they're still in good field position.
2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Pepper under center. 2 receivers split out to the left. None to the right.
Whoa, there's a slip.
Yeah, Pepper slips in the snow. Gets the pass out to Dan Daly this time, and a nice catch and run. Gets them all the way up to the 17-yard line. You know, Matt, last week the Vancouver Legion were at home. They hosted the Portland Fleet, a game they won with an odd score of 27-5. Dan Daly featured heavily in that one with 7 receptions, 122 yards. He was actually the leading receiver. Brett Killian short behind him, 7 receptions for 99 yards. Daly having an impressive season.
St. Louis has already beaten that score the first quarter. Vancouver's opponent.
Final play of the first quarter is a run to Robert Redford. That'll be good for a gain of 4. And that'll bring us to the end of quarter number 1. Your scorer after 1 quarter of play, Vancouver Legion 7, St. Louis Gladiators 14. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back on the other side. You're watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. And welcome back for the start of the second quarter. Second down and 6 now for the Legion. Pepper looking towards the end zone. Caught and into the end zone. Touchdown, Vancouver. James Walters getting involved, Matt. How about that? 0 catches last week, 0 catches on the season. He goes to get his first one, and he puts a touchdown on the board.
It's a good way to break out of a funk, I guess. There's a lot of weapons on this Vancouver offense, and when he's catching the ball, I don't believe he's caught a ball, Mike, this season. So
no, that was his first catch.
What a way to start your season, a touchdown.
Absolutely. Second season in the league, and even in his rookie season, Matt, was not heavily used. He has 3 catches on his career for 33 yards and tacks that one on, punching it in the end zone for his first career touchdown. So congratulations to Mr. James Walters for that, and it ties the game back up here 3 seconds into the second quarter.
So which defense is going to step up first? No punts yet. 7s on every drive. It's going to be interesting. Let's see how much leg their Vancouver's kicker has on going with the wind.
Kick is away, and even that one's horribly short. It drops down at the 12. The wind still affecting the kicking game, it seems. And Matt, tell us about Brett Killian.
Yeah, Mike, Brett Killian had a great week last week against Portland. He's Tom Pepper's favorite target. He had almost 100 yards and a touchdown in a big 27-5 win. Although, if you notice, many of these catches were on corner routes, Mike, and that's something St. Louis's defense feasted on in their game last week, coming up with 6 interceptions total. So, no interceptions yet for St. Louis, but it could be knocking on the door here. So, Tom Pepper better be careful.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. Pepper 25 of 32, 330 yards last week, and like you said, almost 100 of them went to Brett Killian, 122 of them went to Dan Daly, and the rest were divided up amongst everybody else. So first down and 10 now for the Gladiators at their own 32-yard line.
There's a man that's been very productive today so far.
2 receivers out to the right, and Martinez tries to take the carry up the middle. That'll go for a loss of 1, brought down by Ashley Rose Finch in the backfield.
Be interesting to see if this Vancouver defense starts to key on the running game. If they take away the running game from St. Louis, it's going to be very much harder for Christian Brown to be effective. He needs a balanced attack.
I formation here on second down and 11. Martinez takes the handoff and gets clotheslined in the backfield. Mark Lopez levels him at.
Yeah, that was a nice hit by Lopez. Boy, you and him had the supersonic jets going. He's on the field, and you're back up in the booth.
That's right. We actually utilized a high-tech transporter to get from Baltimore to here. Mark had a game to play. I had a game to call. So here we are. Made it on time. Ice cold, too. Look at the sidearm delivery thrown by Christian Brown. What a catch up to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, Brown snuck that in between 3 people, it looked like. Again, it's with the snow and his delivery, it's so hard to see where the ball's going. But, man, yeah, between 2 Legion, and that's a key first down pickup for the Gladiators as this drive continues.
Paul Dillevue with the catch. First down and 10 now for the Gladiators from the 44. Trips formation to the left. Up at the top of your screen, Brown lofts it up and caught. 6-yard gain. Tackled at midfield as we see a quarterback comparison.
And really, both quarterbacks have played outstanding. Like I said, every drive has come away with 7. So what can you say? They've both been on their games and doing what they need for their teams to get the most out of their drives.
Second down and 4 now. Brown getting first down yardage and more. That was hauled in by Eagle Mondavi. Mondavi with 48 yards on 5 catches last week, Matt. Getting involved in this one with his 3rd catch, now with 43 yards already in this ball game.
He came into the game with 48, Mike, so he could surpass his season total in this game by the half.
High formation now on 1st down and 10 in Vancouver territory. Ball is handed off to Martinez. Martinez able to scamper forward for a gain of 4 before he is brought down. 2nd down and 6 now coming up for the Gladiators.
Yeah, and St. Louis, like I say, is doing what they need to do, moving the ball. Go with the running game, the passing game. They really haven't stumbled. They haven't even been close to a pick.
Commentator curse time. Christian Brown. Nope, he hands the ball off. I just thought maybe it was time, Matt. Bill Cherry with the carry, and that one goes for no gain. 3rd down and 6.
Well, I'm looking for the out route. Christian Brown's thrown some good ones. Or maybe a little throw to the halfback split out. We'll see. Well, no halfback, so maybe an out route.
3rd down and 6. Brown alone in the backfield. 4 wide receivers on for the Gladiators. He's going down deep down the right sideline and misses his target. Paul Dillevue, the intended target on that one. 4th down and 6 from the 38. And Matt, I think they got a punt.
Oof. First punt of the game. Watch out for falling punters.
Amy Shalizzi is the kicker.
No.
And Matt, they're going to trot her out there for a long field goal try. Yeah, long field goal try. Wind is crazy. It looks like we're at about the 56-yard field goal try. My goodness. Kick is on its way. Does she have the leg? It's good from 54 yards out. My goodness, what a kick by Amy Shalizzi.
There's some helium on that ball, Mike. Let's see how. Oof. I had another yard, Mike, at least. Maybe a yard and a half.
4 of 5 last week was Shalizzi with a long of 44. Making that one from 54 yards out. Now 10 of 11 on the season. What a kick. I didn't know about that one, but man, it made it through. As Shalizzi says, well, let me kick it 3 yards deep into the end zone. Hamilton takes it out, looking for somewhere to run, and gets tackled once again at the 19-yard line. So the Legion will come back out onto the field looking to answer St. Louis's 3 points and maybe tack on a few more.
I don't know. Andy looked a little slow there. Might have ate a few too many cheeseburgers before the game.
Sometimes the things that come out of your mouth, man. I just wondered. Tom Pepper, deep drop.
Oh,
that one's picked off. Jumping interception made by Drew Reilly, and he's going the other way. Drew Reilly with another interception on the season, Matt.
The man, the myth, the legend, Mike, Drew Reilly. He had 3 last week and has another one tonight. Look at that. Beautiful. Stopping on a dime, reaching up in the air, just grabbing it. And again, this defense turns people over, and the Legion aren't immune to it. And now St. Louis is in a great position. In field goal range for sure after that last kick from Shalizzi. And if I'm them, I'm playing this a little conservative. They don't need to go out and just try to sling it all over the place. Run it a couple of times, see what you get, and then if you got to go hurl it on 3rd down, you do that.
Martinez takes the handoff up the middle. Good for a gain of 7. Drew Reilly now with 5 interceptions on the season. Came into the week 5th in the league in interceptions. Matt, you mentioned he had 3 last week. Brought him all the way up from coming into the week with 1 and brought it all the way up to 4. Now he's got 5 on that one. 2nd down and 3. From the 17, Martinez takes the handoff again. 1st down and more. All the way up to the 9-yard line before he is finally tackled. 1st down and goal for the Gladiators.
That into Martinez. It's been a monster in this game. And, if St. Louis is going to get rushing like that, it's going to be very hard for Vancouver to stay with them.
First down and goal now, coming out in a rushing formation. Ball's handed off to Martinez and leveled after a gain of 2 at the 7-yard line. Looks like Josh Farnsey with the punishing hit. And Matt, I think that these hits kind of feel a little bit more painful in this cold weather.
Yeah, I like a nice warm blanket on the sidelines after I come off, so I can relate.
Martinez takes the handoff. Met at the line by about 8 Legion defenders.
Could you say a legion of defenders?
A legion of defenders led by Gerald Giudice there. It feels like minus 16 degrees out, and Gerald Giudice running around with bare arms. Look at him.
I'm not surprised. He does
thinks
it all.
He's a tough guy. Yeah, tough guy out there with no sleeves. It's going to get the frostbite. It's not good. Brown, third down and goal. Short pass over the middle. Touchdown, Gladiators. Phil Koss, there he is again. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. He puts 6 on the board for St. Louis.
Wow. Very impressive offensive performance by the Gladiators. I said the offense had to be opportunistic. I mean, that's potentially 7 points off turnover, Mike. But this offense has been more than opportunistic. They've been very dominant.
Yeah, I agree, Matt. And surprised to see them out in front like this with this many points, I guess. I'm not surprised to see them with the lead per se, but like we talked about in the opening and off the air, St. Louis has not been doing any one thing incredibly well. It's not like they're the leading passing attack or the leading, rushing attack. They've been kind of middle of the road, just doing just about everything well, but not stellar. Offensively, yeah. Defensively, it's a whole different story. But to see them put on 23 points this quick in this ball game, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals, and then with the defense that they have, it's about to come back out onto the field. Going up against a really dangerous Vancouver team here on offense.
This field position has not been kind to Vancouver, Mike. The battle of the kickers, St. Louis is getting the ball at least 10 yards further ahead than Vancouver has. And again, field position, those 10 yards could be the difference between a punt or a field goal or a field goal and a touchdown.
Absolutely, Matt. Starting out at the 20-yard line now in this one. Tom Pepper back out under center.
He better mind his P's and Q's.
Swings that one out to the right-hand side. That one is caught for a gain of 4. We see a quarterback comparison.
And again, turnover, Mike. St. Louis still just commit less turnovers than Vancouver. Got a good chance to win this game. Vancouver, on the other hand, they need that big play.
And a spinning run by Robert Redford. 3rd down and 2 now coming up after that one.
One more and he would have made a milkshake.
Gets up to the 29-yard line.
You can tell I got food on the brain.
Yeah, you've been talking about Whoppers after Brett Killian, the BK himself. BK12 got his catch. And
off tackle run, watch out.
Milkshake's out route instead up to the top. There's BK getting leveled out of bounds. Smacked on the play by Freeman Peltier, one of the wily old veterans on the St. Louis defense.
I think Killian had his crown knocked off on that hit.
Three wide receivers now for Vancouver. Offset I formation in the backfield. Pepper under center will hand the ball off to Redford. Redford spins and gets 1 yard on the play. This defense absolutely stifling. Matt, we talked about how the offense not necessarily, a top 5 team in any one particular category, but the defense, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, they're a menace. It's not like Redford's, an easy target either. He's, 5th in the league in yards and average and number 5 in touchdowns. So the running game for Vancouver is not, it's not bad either. They're pretty balanced. They do like to pass a little more. And here we go again. Tom Pepper's got to be careful with this ball, pick up this first down, and they don't want to punt it back to St. Louis down 10 with plenty of time on the clock for St. Louis to do whatever they want.
6 yards to go to the first down marker. Pepper 9 of 12 so far. He will pass. Pass number 13 is caught in between two defenders. Whew, that was a small window. Hauled in by Kendra Hall for the first down.
And that was a half shut window, I think, but Hall makes the great grab in traffic, and this drive continues. Vancouver's got to be looking to kind of finish this drive off, run clock, and not let St. Louis get the ball back with any time to do anything on offense. That'd be the best ending for them.
Pepper deep drop, out route to the top is caught. I thought he fell out of bounds with the clock. Well, the clock is stopped. They're going to hurry back to the line anyway after a gain of 4. Keeping the defense out on the field. Pepper going deep down the middle, tipped and incomplete. It falls down harmlessly to the snow, and they will all hustle back to the line.
They got to dial up a different play because that will not work if they try it again.
Well, out route's wide open at the top, playing about 10 yards off.
Or a quick slant.
Pepper deep drop again, looking, fires to the left-hand side, and that one is
caught.
Somehow caught. I thought it was swatted away. Wow, okay. Well, Brett Killian with the catch up to the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 15 yards as Pepper walks his way back up to the line. Deep drop, firing towards the end zone and incomplete. The ref falling into the snow. Get up,
balls
ref.
Are going everywhere, Mike.
I think, what did you tell Tom Pepper to mind his P's and Q's? And he's like, oh, okay, watch. I'm going to sling it all over the place. Going deep towards the end zone again and incomplete.
What is going on? I think people are slipping on the field, Mike. These balls are long.
Chaos and pandemonium, Matt. That's what's happening right now. It's minus 16. Everyone's got brain freeze. No one knows what's happening. The 2-minute warning's approaching.
Here he
Pepper's
goes again.
Gonna throw again. Out route to the bottom. Tipped and incomplete. Brett Killian. It bounced out of his frozen hands. 4th down and 10. 2:02 to go on the clock. Nicholas Warner in on coverage. And
here we go, Mike.
I need a sip of water. My goodness.
Let's check out Vancouver's kicking game. They don't pay their kicker. Oh no, they're gonna punt the ball.
Well, we saw the leg that the kicker had, Matt, and from the 32, I don't think that there was a snowball's chance in St. Louis that one was going to go in.
Oh,
punting this one away, and it's the shortest punt of all time. A 4.3-yard hang time, and it goes to the 16-yard line. That only moved the ball 16 yards total, Matt. So St. Louis will take over. On the other side of the break, you're watching the Simulation Football League on 11 Sports and for the fans.
Drew Really and the St. Louis defense had a big game last week against the Louisiana Revolution. Really had 3 interceptions on that day. The defense in total picked off Johnny Pickler 6 times, and here's some of his handiworks. Interesting to know, all these are on corner routes, which Vancouver uses quite a bit, and it's something to look out on. And really already has a pick tonight, so on his way to another monster game.
Yeah, he does, Matt. Taking the ball away as many times as he did. It's not only keeping St. Louis in the game, but it's giving them the advantage where they can get some points off turnovers, and then they're able to, outscore the opponent. That's how you get the win, right? That's what it's all about, putting up more points than your opponent does. And, Pickler just had a really rough time against this secondary, and it was led by number 40, Drew Really. Now here back at home in the snow. Minute 57 to go here in the first half. St. Louis taking over possession of the ball at the 16-yard line, handing it off to Cairo Martinez. That'll be a short gain of only 1. Coming up on the SFL Halftime Report, Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green analyze the first half, provide updates on the San Diego-Carolina aerial war, and we'll look back at all of 2020's last-minute game winners. It's all coming up on the Simulation Football League Halftime Report. Another run, this time by Bill Cherry. Good for a gain of about 7 yards. They'll bring up a 3rd down and 2. And Matt, if they convert this one, I think they're going to put on the gas here, or kind of conservative.
I think they're happy with their 10-point lead, and they don't want to give Vancouver the ball back with a lot of time. So it's conservative, and they might just throw it here, depending on how adventurous they're going to be. Yep.
Well, short, easy completion, but it keeps 4 receivers on the field if they want to go into the no huddle, which they do not.
They declined.
They declined the no huddle, which, okie doke. 50 seconds to go in the first half, and the clock continues to roll. All 3 timeouts, up by 10. We see Eagle Mondavi at the line and back down into the rushing formation. Christian Brown hands it off to Martinez this time. No gain on the play. And Matt, 26 seconds, the clock rolling. That might bring us to halftime.
With the conditions, Brown's been efficient. They don't want to risk a turnover. They're probably were slight underdogs in this game. They're at home. They have a 10-point lead. Just go into halftime. Say, what, guys, we did a great job. Let's do the same in the second. Not give Vancouver a 3 or a 7-point situation.
Final play of the first half, an out route that is complete. That'll put zeros on the clock. Pass was caught by Paul Dilleveau, and Matt, that'll bring us to halftime. Your score after 2 quarters of play: Vancouver 14, St. Louis 14. St. Louis will get the ball back after the half. We'll be back with the SFL Halftime Report with Cameron Irvine and Mike St. Green after the break. Stay with us.
Welcome to the SFL Halftime Report, along with Mike St. Green. I am Cameron Irvine, and we've got a surprising shootout in the snow. I don't know what's more surprising, that St. Louis gave up 14 points or that the Gladiators scored on every possession in the first half. Mike, that was crazy.
Yeah, great start by St. Louis. Came out early on that first drive, established a run with Cairo Martinez. He had a big touchdown run in the first half. St. Louis did it with a little bit of defense, even though we only had one punt in that first half, mainly because Vancouver doesn't have a contract kicker. That's probably why they didn't attempt a field goal attempt there. But Drew really had a big interception that led to a field cost touchdown catch. St. Louis really looking impressive in this first half to me, Cam.
And even though the punt was horrible, I think it was the smart call. If you miss a field goal there with the way St. Louis's offense was playing, who knows how that half ends up. In the other game, each team's only had the ball, I think, once, right? And we're almost at the end of the first quarter. San Diego's up 3-0 over Carolina. Not a ton has happened yet, but Carolina is in scoring position right at the moment. What have you seen early from that game?
Yeah, so far, like I said, only a couple of possessions so far. Kind of hard to analyze what's going on, but San Diego did come out on a nice opening drive. Kind of stalled out inside the red zone, ended up with 3 points on a field goal from Nico Cappuccino, and now Carolina's on their second drive looking to answer back.
Really good coverage in the red zone for Carolina's defense. That forced what otherwise was a terrific drive by San Diego into 3 points, and now they're looking for their first road touchdown in franchise history and still haven't gotten it. Carolina now into the red zone on a nice run by Logan Jack. You can watch that game in full on the SFL's Twitch channel, and hopefully we'll be able to get you out for some fourth quarter action there as well when they wrap it up in St. Louis. Well, Mike, coming into the week, we were talking about these close games, these last-minute, down-to-the-wire, game-winning touchdowns by offenses. And coming into the weekend, we didn't have any so far this season, and that was bizarre. Well, we've had two this week. Baltimore got one earlier against London to break the tie to win 27-20, and then Charleston got it against D.C. yesterday in the final minute to win 28-21. Can you believe it happened 13 times last season, Mike?
Yeah, actually I can, because I actually witnessed most of those, firsthand. But yeah, it's always a fantastic finish in the SFL. Any given sim day, as I always say, anything can happen in this league.
A walk down memory lane, 2020's greatest finishes. Take a look.
At the end of the half, well protected here. Nickens gonna heave this one deep. Not quite there. Oh! He caught it! He caught it! Somehow Corey Jones caught the touchdown, and Tulsa is in the lead. They're gonna win.
Nickens leads him, gets him with the pass that only he can catch. Just a dramatic play, just becoming a legend here in Tulsa.
I don't believe what I just saw. Corey Jones with the catch of the season, and it's only week one.
Wide receivers force Pickler as he drops back the pass, fires it to his left right away. It's picked off! He's going to take it to the house! Carolina goes sky high! Once again, Zane Doty with the pick six! Wow!
That's insane! I have no other words. That was beautiful. He read the route better. Jumped up in the air and just had nothing but space afterwards.
One. Tyree under center with split backs in the backfield. Tyree looking to throw. Checks it down to Colin Hart.
Oh!
Jalen Wells into the end zone for a Sioux Falls touchdown, and they have tied it up with 6 seconds to go. The fullback with his second career touchdown.
Well, I made fun of them saying they went to the well one too often. Well, the last time they went to the well, it was very fruitful. Scoring that touchdown and possibly winning the game for Sioux Falls, barring a spectacular kick return.
They didn't want to break Stigler on the field.
4 wide for Xander Gold at the 25. He's going to throw on 2nd and 12. Floater, middle of the field. Caught! Oh! Is he in? Yes! Touchdown, New Orleans! Walk off, baby! Crib, Ermac, Jackson. New Orleans is going to go to 1-1.
What a gutsy play by Gold. We told you he's a risk taker. He's a gunslinger. He has this I don't care mentality. He forgets what happens. He's forgotten those multiple interceptions, and he just goes to the next play, and he strikes this one down the middle of the field.
Trips to the left, one to the right. Looking to throw Miller into the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Denver. That's why we're up here and they're down there. Jeremy Vega with the catch and the touchdown.
Well, I guess that is why we're up here. I would not have put that ball in Josh Miller's hands, but the offensive coordinator has confidence in him. It was a great pass across the middle. Vega with a touchdown. But
in this situation, can the rookie grow up today? Pickler going to the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. Sean Harrelson with a walk-off ball game.
Wow. What a play. I mean, what a way to roll the dice. I mean, you and I were wrong. It's like, kick the ball, kick the ball. We got lined up in that shotgun and my heart stopped.
Yeah, can Chase Earl do some magic here? He's breaking out! Is he gonna get it? He's gonna go! No time left on the clock! He's gonna return this for a game-winning touchdown! Unbelievable! Chase Earl, he's been bottled up all game long, and with no time left on the clock, 6 seconds left to go, he takes the kick all the way for a game-winning touchdown. Unbelievable, Dan.
They take the lead.
Johnson airing it out, end zone, touchdown! DR Sim just piling it on now.
Well, you might as well, if you're going to break the record, add on to it. Nice throw and catch from Quintez Johnson at DR Sim over the middle. I'm not sure if the defense just didn't expect the number one receiver for the Houston Hyenas was not going to get the football there. As you could see, number 24, Devin Say, absolutely just kind of missed the route there from DR Sim.
23 seconds to go, second down and 10 at the 22. 3 receivers, 2 to the left. Dynasty to throw against the 4-man rush. End zone, touchdown Atlanta! Boo Chisholm with 19 seconds to go.
Boo Chisholm, what a route, what a catch, right down the middle of the field. And good throw from Brian Dynasty. I keep saying that, but man, he is going crazy, Cam.
Handoff. DJ Sim got a block, and he scores a touchdown! Welcome to the world of Sim, DJ Sim!
We have been talking about DJ Sim all afternoon after Warren Murray went out with an injury very early. DJ Sim has just struggled, but that time he saw the end zone and he was not going to be denied, was able to get around all those defenders, get into the end zone, and looks like tie it up for... close it up there for Houston.
First down just outside of the goal-to-go situation. Will they run that same play? They will. Dazzle will check it down to Gaines. Daylight for T-Roy Gaines. Another TD for T-Roy. It's a hat trick, and the Vultures have stormed all the way back to take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Call the cops, there's a robbery in session. Mike Dazzle and T-Roy Gaines have just stolen the show, and they've just stolen this game from Charleston.
Unbelievable. What a comeback for Baltimore. This game.
Here's the ball game. Got receivers out wide. Louisiana all in the end zone. Taking their time on the snap. It's going to be Xander Gold. Drop back. Catch in the end zone. And Fort Worth going to be able to make it happen with only a couple seconds to spare.
Light that cigar, put on that cowboy hat. Leonard Garrett Jr. might have just put the number one team in the league to bed with
All-Star have goal line in their playbook, and it looks like they do not.
Doyle lined up in Doyle's in the backfield. Are they going to give it to him, or is Cochran going to take a shot and take a nice throw here? He will. Rolling around the pocket to the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Ron Cochran. How do you do, Jeff Como?
Oh man, Mike, it's a good walk down memory lane, and that was only 2020. 13 last-minute game-winning touchdowns. What was your favorite?
Wow, I think my favorite had to be the Bryant Dynasty last-second touchdown pass. The rookie all the hype around Bryant Dynasty, that game, Atlanta, the first game, coming off the championship. Great comeback, great performance from Dynasty that game. I think he threw for over 340 yards that game. Great performance. That was probably my favorite moment that we saw right there.
While we were looking back at memory lane, Carolina did get a touchdown. They're up 7-3 in the second quarter, and we'll have game breaks on that game as we move forward this evening. Right now, St. Louis leads Vancouver 24-14 at the half from very chilly St. Louis, Missouri, and we'll send it back to Mike and Matt for the second half after these messages. You're watching the SFL on For the Fans. We'll be back in a little bit.
Welcome back, everybody, to St. Louis, Missouri on this frigid February night. We're at the Gateway Coliseum. Vancouver trailing the Gladiators 14-24. Kick taken about 5 yards deep in the end zone, and it will be knelt down for a touchback. Tom Pepper will bring the offense back out onto the field now to get the second half started. 12 of 19 for over 170 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick in the first half for Tom Pepper. Robert Redford in the backfield, only 34 yards on 9 carries. And the first play, a quick out route up to the top. So while you were listening to the halftime show, you saw the top finishes, and many of those calls were done by Rich Pratchard, the former player on the Vancouver Legion and former broadcaster with us, tragically passed away last year on August 18th, left us far too early. We deeply miss you, Rich Pratchard, and it was a very touching halftime show to be able to hear your name, or excuse me, hear your voice And 3 of those broadcasts that were highlighted there. It was great to hear you. And just like that, Vancouver getting a little bit of a spark as Robert Redford rushing down the left sideline all the way to the St. Louis 35-yard line. What a run.
Yeah, Redford didn't need to spin or anything. He just used his speed, good blocking down the field. And look at that angle he takes. Oof. Missed tackle there by St. Louis, and Vancouver's in business.
First down and 10 now from the 35. Trailing by 10. They want to make sure that they can get some points on this drive to bring it back to a one-score ball game. Pepper swings that one out, and that'll be a tackle for a 3-yard loss. We've got an update from Raleigh. What do you have for us, Cam?
Thanks, Mike. Logan Jack off to the races after San Diego started this game off hot. Jack has 2 touchdowns, including this one, getting through a couple of blocks and leaving one more in the dust. Carolina leads 14-3 and back in San Diego territory. Back to Mike, Matt, Gerald, and the gang in St. Louis.
Thank you, Cam. 3rd down and 10 now.
St. Louis's defense responding to that big play by Redford. No yards allowed since. Big 3rd down here for Vancouver because they cannot kick a field goal. And this win, who knows what's going to happen.
Empty backfield, 5 wide on the field for the Legion. Pepper firing deep down the middle. That one's caught it inside the 10-yard line, tackled at the 6. A beautiful catch by Brett Killian.
There's Mr. BK again. He runs a deep post and drags the defenders for another 4 yards, setting up Vancouver in, 6-yard line. Yep, exactly the 6. Wow, good.
Tom Pepper coming back up to the line. Offset I formation in the backfield.
Redford is very much game in this situation.
74 yards now for Redford on the ground, and he'll try to add more on here, but he loses 3 yards on that play. Now he's down to 72 yards after that 37-yard scamper.
Excellent penetration by the Gladiator defense, and see if Vancouver will try another one on the ground. Looks like it, although it could be a screen pass.
And Redford will indeed take it on the ground, trying to get around the left side, and only gets back to the line before he is absolutely blasted by Geralt Winkler. 3rd down and 10, and Matt, I think Pepper's going to have to try to throw it this time.
Not a lot of field here. You got 20 yards pretty much to space, so it's maybe a slant. Slant's your best play. Maybe an out or corner, but it looks like slant.
Well, he's going straight over the middle, and that one's incomplete. Batted down and incomplete, trying to hit Andy Hamilton, but that was well defended. Couldn't quite see who got their hands on it, but there you go. Zach Holdorf in on the coverage.
Oh, Holdorf almost came away with a pick, too. Again, with these. Look at that man with no gloves. That's why he didn't catch the ball.
That's why he didn't catch it. His hands are frozen little blocks of ice right now.
Now the kicking game, Mike, nothing is 100%.
No, this is still going to be an adventure. Minus 16 degrees, 13 mile. Well, minus 16 is what it feels like. 4 degrees, 13 mile an hour winds. This one from 26 yards from the left hash. And Matt, I don't even know if this one's a gimme chip shot like it normally would be inside a nice dome or something. We'll see. Kick is up and it's no good. Wide right. Bukowski misses the kick wide right, and St. Louis is going to take over after that missed field goal try.
Wide right. Hits me right in the heart.
Wide right. The Gladiators defense doing what they've been doing all season long. They're able to prevent points. And the Gladiators offense will take over at the 20-yard line. Martinez with the carry, runs up the middle. Nice gain of 7. 2nd down and 3.
Again, Martinez so much more productive in this game compared to his previous outings, and that's been a big difference for this offense.
Martinez, 64 yards on 17 carries and a touchdown, and significantly better than he had been doing. That one's taken by Bill Cherry. Cherry's going to get stuffed right at the line. Matt, this defense, top 5 in so many different categories this season. Points allowed, passing yards allowed, total yards, passing touchdowns allowed, rushing touchdowns allowed, first downs allowed, and takeaways. 17 points per game allowed. That's fourth. Vancouver's offense is putting up 40 points per game. That's first. And so far, the defense doing what they need to do to keep their team ahead in this one. On 3rd down and 3, Martinez spins his way up to the 30-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for a St. Louis first down.
What was the play before, Mike?
The fullback run?
Yeah, what did it get?
Nothing.
Right, but you know what it did do?
It gave Martinez a breather.
Exactly, and that's what they're implementing in this game. More fullback dives, giving Martinez a chance to kind of just get a little extra wind, and it paid off right there.
Now we're going to go with a pass, a deep out route up to the top on another sidearm floater from Christian Brown, successful to Phil Koss.
They should go fly a kite with all that air. Mark Lopez, I guess, was in the vicinity, but man, just this offense has never looked better, and they picked a good time to, put out their best performance so far.
Absolutely. When you're going up against the number 1 scoring team, you better be doing everything right. And so far, Christian Brown has only had 2 incompletions. He's had 2 touchdown passes and over 150 yards. 3 wide receivers now on first down from their own 43-yard line. Brown, another catch.
Oh, my good Lord.
Another first down. Paul Dilivo with the reception.
It's the slowest ball I've ever seen, but yet it's so on target and so on. It's like you're not. Look at that throw.
Every play is in slow motion for you, man.
But some of the great ones. Joe Montana didn't have a rocket arm either, but guess what? He was smart and knew where he was going with the ball. And so far, that's what it's looking like for Brown.
138.4. That's the current quarterback rating for Christian Brown. Getting it done efficiently through the air. Cairo Martinez, carry number 19, gets him close to 70 yards.
Yeah, again, not 2 yards there. Not what you really want, but I think you still keep it on the ground here on the 43 of Vancouver. Don't take any risks. You're up 10 points at home. And maybe if you get like a 2 or 3 yard gain, sets it up.
Yeah, free play, but that one's not going to go too far. Bill Cherry getting stuffed at the line, but it'll be a second down and 3 after this 5-yard penalty. Looked like it was offsides, and it was indeed an offsides call on Vancouver. Oof. Called on big number 95, Mo Biggins. The 6'7", 312-pound defensive tackle, hopping
6'7",
offside.
is that legal?
Well, that's how big he is. Yeah, it is.
Somebody needs to put him in a trash compactor, make him like 6'5" or 6'6". I'm 6'7".
I don't think that's a thing, Matt. Second down and 3. Getting back to the things that come out of your mouth. Martinez getting stuffed at the line. No gain on that play as we see a halfback comparison. Very similar numbers. Martinez with the touchdown and Redford with the better average.
Again, Martinez, not spectacular, but it's picked up the first down when necessary. And this is going to be interesting here to see. I think you got to throw now if you're St. Louis, but be careful.
Brown will throw, and that's a short, nice, easy completion over the middle to move the chains. First down and 10 now from the 34.
Mike, there was a saying, trust in Trent. Well, trust in Brown right now. Mr. Checkdown's getting the job done, picking up first downs. The clock is ticking away, and now back to the Martinez and Cherry show.
Longest completion so far was 29 yards to Eagle Mondavi. Otherwise, they've all been some short, easy catches. Martinez with a gain of 2. Sector 6 is the official apparel provider of the Simulation Football League. You can visit sector6apparel.com or our website at simulationfl.net for replica team jerseys and completely customized jackets, flags, t-shirts, and more. that help each team stand out from their opponents. Get the gear that the fans wear with Sector 6 and the SFL. Flipbacks now in the backfield, handed off, and running straight into the defense is Bill Cherry. No gain on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7. They'll actually spot him with a gain of 1.
It'll be interesting. I think they're in field goal range, St. Louis, but I'm not exactly sure. So I'm not sure. I mean, they got to be a little bit aggressive on this play. Yeah, 3 wide. Again, Vancouver backing off. Even if you got to take 5 yards, take it. Oh!
Well, getting closer to field goal range, and I think they do indeed have it, Matt, up at the 24-yard line. It'll be a 4th down and inches after that nice one-handed grab. An impressive catch by number 10, LC Mondavi. And St. Louis is going to challenge the spot. That I don't know how you expect to win a challenge on a spot of the ball when you can't see the lines because they're caked in frozen snow.
We got the yellow here. Let's see. That one hand might have extended, Mike.
It may have, yeah. Tackled on the play by Kyler Murray, but
look at the wingspan of the Eagle. I think that's a 1st down.
Well, it's not the Eagle. That's the LC Mondavi.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. There's 2 Mondavis.
A different Mondavi, man. And the call on the field does indeed stand. Those spot of the ball challenges, Matt. Those are hard to get. Even if the field is green and the lines are crisp white, but here in this snow, I think it's always going to be a bit of a challenge to win the challenge, so to speak. So, with that, Amy Shalizzi on for the field goal try. She has one from 54-yarder, a boot that just seemed to hang in the air for ages. See which way the wind is going on this one, which is about from 41 yards out. Good snap kick is on its way. It is up, and it is good from 41. St. Louis adds some more points on, extends their lead now by 13, 27-14. The Gladiators in the lead at home here over the Vancouver Legion on this frigid February evening. You are watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. We'll be back after this. Stay with us. Welcome back to St. Louis, Missouri, here at the Gateway Coliseum. 13-play, 56-yard drive resulting in a field goal from Amy Shalizzi. The first points of the second half, Vancouver had 9-play, 70-yard drive. Tried to kick the field goal and missed. So a missed point opportunity for Vancouver, and then points on the board for St. Louis, winning by 13, Matt. They're looking for their first win over the Legion. This is the third time that the teams have met, and Vancouver has won both of those games, one at home, one on the road.
Well, this has been a lot of firsts for St. Louis this season, so they're trying to add another one to their list. Check it off.
Absolutely. First down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Pepper back to throw, and out route is incomplete. Trying to hit Dan Daly. And I think Dan Daly may have already been out of bounds by the time the ball got there. It'll be a second down and 10.
Vancouver offense is kind of like out of sorts at times. Pepper's throwing the ball. 2 consecutive plays were over the receiver's head. A miscommunication earlier on a similar route. Now that one was completely out of sync. I don't know if it's the weather or what, but Vancouver's offense needs to wake up.
3 receivers now on the field for the Legion. Play action. Pepper out route to the top. I thought that one might have been picked, but it was caught and good enough for a Vancouver first down. Hauled in up at the 32-yard line. And, Matt, we mentioned that this is the third game between these two franchises. First one back in season 13. Second was in season 14. In both of those games, Vancouver scored 30 and 37 points respectively, and St. Louis only put up 16 and 13 points respectively. Vancouver averaging 40 points a game right now, but only 14 on the board. Pressure coming. Pepper breaks through the sack. Still has time. Pressure coming again and throws it away. Second down and 10 after that dangerous snap right there.
As Monty Python would say, he bravely ran away.
He did. He did indeed.
But, I mean, that's a big win for Vancouver as it's only second down now. So good job of Pepper avoiding the sack. Again, they had 2 backs blocking, so you only have 3 receiving options. And with all these safeties and corners for St. Louis, tough to find a guy open with only 3 options.
Secondary playing way off, but they'll hand the ball off to Redford. Redford met right at the line and tackled. This defense that's top 5 in so many categories stifles them again. Mark Gronek with the tackle. No gain on the play, 3rd and 10.
I mean, you got Peltier, Reilly, Haldorf, Winkler, Douglas, Warner. That's the secondary, Mike. 2 corners and 4 safeties. Good luck throwing.
Well, Pepper's going to try here on 3rd and 10, going deep down the middle, and he's got it, man! Andy Hamilton with the catch all the way down to the 25-yard line. First down, Vancouver.
I couldn't tell with the snow. I thought it was underthrown, but Pepper throws Hamilton running a deep post. And look at that ball. Perfectly placed. Hamilton didn't even have to jump for the ball. And now the Vancouver offense is in business at the 25. And
Pepper, the wily old veteran, Matt, still slinging it, getting it done. Came into the game number 1 in yards, touchdowns, and quarterback rating, leading the league with 110.4 QBR. Ooh. Redford only gaining a yard on that one. Second down and 9. Matt, Tom Pepper, top 10 in several categories all time for his career as well. He's number 10 in the league in completions, attempts, yards, and touchdowns. Just happens to be 10th in each of those categories. All time amongst your fellow quarterbacks. Redford carries that one on second down. No gain on the play. And that is what will bring us to the end of the third quarter. 3 in the books. 1 remains here in St. Louis. Vancouver 14, St. Louis 27. You're watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. We'll be back for quarter number 4 after this. And welcome back to St. Louis, Missouri at the Gateway Coliseum. I'm Mike Daggs. I'm joined in the booth by the Hall of Fame quarterback of the Mexico City Aztecs.
Hall of Fame, the champion, greatest quarterback of all time. Thank you very much.
Tom Pepper wins a pass over the middle. That one's caught. Good for a first down up to the 12-yard line. Gerald Smith with us on stats. Cameron Irvine is our producer. 1 quarter remains in this one. St. Louis with a 13-point lead, but Vancouver, Matt, they're knocking on the door.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything to this offense. They can put up 14 points like that. St. Louis's defense has to be stout here and not try to give up the touchdown.
Pepper deep drop. It's almost there. First down and goal. Dan Daly with the catch. Couldn't quite extend it over the.
It's on the goal line. All right, Vancouver, don't get too pretty here. Just you got Robert Redford. He's a pretty good running back. Just give it to him. Where's the fullback? Oh no,
somewhere else. Redford under center. Or excuse me, Pepper under center. He's going to throw to the back of the end zone. Tipped and nearly picked off. A tip drill right into Panani's hands. But it's incomplete. Falls harmlessly to the snow. Second down and goal from the goal line.
Listen, I know Andy Hamilton's, used to be the coach. Now he's a player, but he needs to go to the sidelines and tell the coach, hey, coach, run the darn ball.
Pepper under center.
This looks a bit more like it.
There's a fullback for you, Matt Redford. Dot in the eye. Redford takes a handoff, punches it in for 6. Touchdown, Legion.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of ironic that St. Louis was on a goal line. Vancouver decides to pass it. Vancouver's in an obvious rushing formation, and St. Louis is in a more of a pass defense. That was too easy for Redford, and barring an extra point, it'll be a 6-point game, which makes things very interesting indeed.
Now, barring the extra point is the key word there, Matt. We saw a 24-yard field goal missed by Vancouver just a possession ago.
Watch your footing.
Trying to get the high snap, too. Kick is up, and it is indeed good. 6-point ball game here in this one. St. Louis 27, Vancouver 21. And it's still anybody's ball game inside 10 minutes in the game.
And now Cairo Martinez needs to get back, getting some first downs for the St. Louis team, take some pressure off Brown, and all St. Louis really needs just get a couple first downs, get the clock moving. Don't try to get it back all at once, although they should have good field position here.
And indeed they do, getting it at the 30-yard line. Some big news for the San Diego Mavericks. Let's head back to the SFL studios for a game break. Cam?
Thanks, Mike. Mike St. Green for Jalen Wells. The Red Sea parted.
Yeah, Cam, just when it looked like Carolina were in total control of this game, Jalen Wells takes a dive play up the middle. Great blocking. You see there up front. 86 yards later with the touchdown, the second touchdown in San Diego history. It pulls San Diego closer in this game.
Logan Jack also is now up over 5,000 career yards, and Carolina's back in scoring position. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Cam. Martinez with a 5-yard carry, bring up a second down and 5. St. Louis, Matt, they're looking to put some more points on. Even a field goal would be good in this drive. Keep it a 2-score ball game. Only leading by 6 right now.
Watch the bottom of the screen. A little out. Nope.
Or the top.
Oh,
tipped and incomplete. If he had been able to pick that one off, he would have headed right into the end zone to tie this one up. Major key with the pass deflection, attempting to get the ball to tight end Phil Koss. 3rd down and 5. And, what St. Louis definitely doesn't want to do is have a quick 3 and out on this drive.
Yeah, with this win, punts are going everywhere.
4 wide receivers on the field for 3rd down. Brown, catch and run. He's got the first down and more all the way up to the 46-yard line. Hauled in by Paul Dillevo, and that's another St. Louis first down.
Good play by Brown. Again, look to the out, and Brown just ran, Dillard ran forever. Good play there, and that's exactly what St. Louis needed. I mean, they've hit a 54-yarder from this side of the field, so need about another 10 yards, and they're in business.
First down and 10 for the Gladiators. Handing the ball off to Martinez. He's tackled for a loss. The defensive line just powered right through Matt.
It's about as good as you can defend that, Mike. As soon as he got the ball, the defender was in his face. Watch out for your quarterback on that.
Henley Hudson, the first one there. Second down and 12.
Bottom of the screen, a little out. Just hit it for 5 or 6. Could be the play.
Brown throws it over the middle into traffic and somehow caught for the first down. What a nice catch. Eagle Mondavi getting his hands back on it.
Again, with the snow, I don't know where the balls are going. I just react when something happens, and that was I don't know what Brown did exactly on that play, but it was good. First down, and again, clock is a little bit of a factor, and they go shotgun, which
interesting call here.
I would not recommend, but we'll see if they can make it happen. Just make it a short play.
Brown throws it over the middle. Another catch, another first down. Matt, only 3 incompletions on 26 pass attempts for Christian Brown. Back-to-back receptions by Mondavi.
Had the Eagle playing a great game. A little bit of traffic there, but good route run by Mondavi. And again, now 3 more downs. I think now can we run the ball? St. Louis, just calm down a little bit here? Or maybe not.
Well, 4 receivers on the field. Martinez is in the backfield, but it will indeed be a pass. Out route to the bottom. That one is caught sliding out of bounds as Phil Koss, second down and 6. Keep up with the Simulation Football League and its teams on social media at Simulationfl. Follow and subscribe to all the channels: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. From teams to podcasters, final scores to major highlights, the SFL Social has you covered. Second down and 6. Inside the red zone. Brown, short drop, out route to the top, and that one is caught, spinning up to the 10-yard line and getting the first down. Paul Dilivo.
Dilivo got to watch out in that spin. These conditions, you don't want the ball popping out. Just take what you can get and get down.
Yeah, I agree. Nothing worse than getting this far down and then you make the catch, you get the first down, and then lose the ball in these frigid temperatures. Brown looking, checks it down to Martinez behind the line, and that one's going to go for a loss of 2. Second down and 12.
Well, Brown did a good job. None of the tight ends were open. The receiver wasn't open. So you know what? Take your 2-yard loss. Let the clock keep ticking. You're in field goal range. Don't make the great mistake here.
I hear the hesitation in your voice. Second and 12, Brown in the gun from the 13. Steps up, throws towards the end zone. Touchdown, St. Louis.
It's the Eagle. He's landed again, Mike.
The Eagle has landed again in the end zone. His second touchdown, Matt, on his 7th reception. 7 for 85 yards, 2 touchdowns for Eagle Mondavi, and St. Louis putting some more points on the board.
I guess Eagles like snow.
Apparently the Eagle plays well in the snow, Matt.
So his wings.
Christian Brown, Matt, 27 to 30, 250 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. 90% completion percentage. How is his QBR not perfect? It's a 134.7, but my goodness. St. Louis 34, Vancouver 21 for the number 1 scoring offense. It's time to start putting up some more points. They're going to need to if they're going to come back in this one. Inside 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Amy Shalizzi, extra point try was good. Has the ball teed up, ready to kick it back to Andy Hamilton, who is standing deep.
Hopefully he's drank his Red Bull or his Gatorade, ready to return this one.
Well, takes it out of the end zone about 3 yards deep, and he's tackled at the 17-yard line. That is where Tom Pepper and the offense will take back over, but we've got an update from Raleigh. What do you have for us, Cameron?
Thanks, Mike. For Davidson Joseph, it's a first.
Yeah, Cam, just when San Diego were looking to creep back into this game, Davidson Joseph says, no, not right now. I want my first pick six. Carolina goes up 26-10.
Extra point blocked. Back to St. Louis.
Thank you, Cam. Pump fake for Tom Pepper, and that one is thrown into traffic, swatted away, and incomplete. Colin Douglas in on the coverage. Be a second down and 10.
So far we found out what happens when a great passing offense turns into a great passing defense. So far the passing defense has come out on top.
Yeah, and, St. Louis, I don't know, like siphoning away some of the passing success that Vancouver's had so far this season. They're having a monster game through the air. Robert Redford runs for only 2 yards on that one. You can see the running back comparison, Matt. They're still very, very similar numbers.
Yeah, and I mean the difference, the turnover, and Vancouver just hasn't been able to hit the big play. They got one like early in the game and another one a little bit later, but this half really not been good to them. And 3rd and 8, another
pump fake. Pepper incomplete over the middle. I thought that one was caught, but that one's going to be incomplete, and a quick 3 and out, trying to hit Kyle Collins, one of the backup wide receivers, and one falls to the snow. 4th down and 8.
That's a tough one. You got Daly and Walters on your team, and they're not on the field, and so your backup receiver in the snow, not a good recipe for success. And here comes the punting adventure, Mike. Let's see where the ball blows.
Yeah, the wind is still howling here in St. Louis, coming for the block too, but can't quite get there. And a good punt this time as it gets past midfield, I believe. I don't even know. I can't see the numbers. We're going to mark it down right about at midfield, I guess, at the St. Louis 47-yard line. We got to get those guys back out there with the shovels, Matt. They did a nice job at halftime. We can see the numbers again. But the snow keeps on coming down, and, we can't see the numbers anymore.
Just all I would do is just run it with Martinez and Cherry, milk the clock and punt it back. Yeah, 13
Martinez, his 23rd rushing attempt, and that one goes for no gain.
But again, Vancouver, despite like 1 or 2 plays, hasn't shown the big playability. And if you get this down to about 3 minutes to go, Vancouver has to score twice against this secondary. I don't like their chances. But what you can't do yourself is turn the ball over and throw a pick six or even a pick that gives Vancouver good field position and not waste any of that time.
Martinez takes the handoff once again and falls forward for a gain of 2. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. And Matt, if you were the Gladiators, you're up by 13. Are you content to punt here?
Yep.
Or are you trying to get this first?
Totally content. Just run it again. You don't want
4 wide receivers on the field on this 3rd down.
They disagree with me.
Well, they might run it.
Brown
letting the clock tick away. And he will indeed pass. A nice safe out route to the bottom. It won't be enough for first down yardage.
It was out of bounds.
I think he caught the ball, but he fell out of bounds. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, the clock is not moving right now.
Right.
So
4th down and 3, 4 minutes to go. 2-score ball game. Vancouver about to get the ball back. The defense did what they needed to do to prevent additional points from being put on the board. Any more points from St. Louis would have almost certainly spelled the end of this ball game for Vancouver.
Let's see the wind. Oh, no.
Oh, wow. I thought that one was getting blocked. And Andy Hamilton calls for the fair catch at the 11-yard line, and that is where the Legion will take over on offense. Matt, next Saturday, Week 5 begins on 11 Sports and the FTF Twitch channel with a battle of top teams in the Pacific Division when Vancouver meets Los Angeles and California. Atlanta will visit Jacksonville, plus live look-ins on St. Louis and D.C. and Las Vegas, Arizona. Coverage will begin at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The Simulation Football League on 11 Sports. Football season's only just beginning. A loss of 2 on that play, and the Legion will hurry back to the line. Pepper 5-step drop, out route, and that one's almost picked off. Nicholas Warner had his hands on it and would have walked straight into the end zone for the touchdown if he had gotten that one.
Yeah, St. Louis sent a blitz the linebacker there, so they were sending 4, and they were getting there. Pepper's been, last 2 plays, been under pressure. He needs to throw it past the sticks here.
Big 3rd down and 12. Pepper at the goal line, throwing it deep and has his target. It's Andy Hamilton once again up to the 42-yard line. A huge gain on a 3rd down and 12, putting what is that, about 30? I don't know. I leave the math to Gerald Smith at 30-something yards.
Listen again, look out.
Throws over the middle into quadruple coverage, and that one is incomplete. Batted down by Rodney Panani.
St. Louis sent 2 men on the blitz, and I thought Tom Pepper might be able to find an open man again, but that was dangerously close to being intercepted. And if Vancouver wants a shot at winning this game, they cannot turn the ball over.
Second down and 10. Swinging it out to Redford. Redford's able to gain 3, and it'll be a 3rd down and 7.
I haven't seen the swing pass all game long, and now was not probably the time to bust it out.
Play action. Pepper going deep over the middle. He almost could have caught that one, but it is incomplete. 4th down and 7. And Matt, I think they've just got to go for it.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Down 2 possessions, and
Freeman Peltier in on the coverage. Almost had the pick. Jumping, trying to pick it off, and couldn't quite get it. Crowd on their feet here in St. Louis. They don't care if it feels like minus 16. They're loving this ball game so far. 4th down and 7. Pepper, out route to the bottom. It's not going to be enough yards, though, and St. Louis will take over on downs.
Yeah, everybody was slanting except Killian was running an out, and for some reason Pepper threw the out. I mean, that's a no-win scenario. Even if Killian spins, he's moving in the wrong direction.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. So St. Louis gets some of the best starting field position that they've had in this ball game. Starting off in Vancouver territory, 3 minutes to go. Christian Brown under center. Martinez with the handoff, rumbling forward for a gain of 7. Will bring up a 2nd down and 3. Next week on the For the Fans Network, it's a day full of rivalries around the league. Mexico City and Florida meet again in one of the SFL's greatest. Well, an old rivalry is renewed when Queen City travels to face Baltimore in an Atlantic Division showdown. Bonus coverage includes Lone Star visiting London and the newest rivalry out west, Portland and San Diego. Coverage will begin at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The Simulation Football League on For the Fans. Oh, all season's just beginning. Martinez unable to get anything on that one. Tackled for a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down and 4 as we approach the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, there's no reason to run or play here, and it's going to be up to the Vancouver defense to.
And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. St. Louis in possession of the ball on this 3rd down and 4, out in front by 13. You're watching the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. We'll be back after this. And welcome back for the final 2 minutes of this one. St. Louis 34, Vancouver 21. St. Louis has the ball on this 3rd down and 4. Vancouver's defense trying to get the stop. Can they do it? And they can. And they burn their first time out of the second half. 4th down and 3, and they will get the ball back. Ball at the 41-yard line, and Amy Shalizzi with a monster kick earlier in this one. I don't think they're going to have her attempt one from here.
I would not.
Yeah, this would be about, what, a 58-yarder. She made it from 54, and they're going to pump it.
Might be good from 55, but not from this distance.
After this
punter.
Right, after this great performance that they've had in this ball game, they wouldn't want to, just give the Legion a gift of giving them starting field position at midfield after just attempting a long field goal that's unnecessary. 13-point lead, minute 52, 2 timeouts for the Legion, and Tom Pepper coming back out onto the field, try to get some points on the board. He's 22 of 38, 323 yards. His completion percentage less than 60% in this ball game. Matt, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Hasn't been a game full of turnovers, but just unable to score.
Yeah, it hasn't been a bad game for him.
Trying to hit a deep corner route, and somehow he does, getting his foot in bounds. Her foot in bounds, Kendra Hall, excuse me. Up at the 29-yard line, 1st down and 10. Stopping the clock. Then the booth is going to play. I don't know. I don't know what we'll see. Was Kendra Hall in bounds, Matt?
Well, we'll have to see on this replay. The white shoes might hurt him on this one.
Camera angle a little high. I think she had it.
I don't know. I'm going to say the opposite.
All right. Whoever wins buys dinner. And I'm buying dinner as the ruling on the field was overturned. Matt was right. Kendra Hall was ruled out of bounds. What was that?
Kate Stevens' curse strikes again.
You trying to bring up bad memories for the Legion, Matt?
I'm just saying, it's happened before.
And it has happened again. Tom Pepper in the gun, alone in the backfield, 5 wide for the Legion on this 2nd down. Firing deep down the right sideline again. Hits Hall that time. Complete up to the 32-yard line, but the clock will continue to roll. Pepper pump fake, fires over the middle into traffic. Tipped again, and it falls into the snow. The double chip drill. That one is
a volleyball drill. Everyone was setting it. Guys, you don't want to spike it down. You want to catch it. Anybody, any team.
Tom Pepper.
They got to take corner out shots like that if they want to have a shot at this game. They can't be dumbing it down to the halfbacks.
Minute and a half to go in this one. Pepper throws it to the middle, and I think that's the sort of short pass that you didn't want to see, Matt, as Hamilton catches it, and then
trash talks costing his team some time on the clock.
Late to get back to the line. Pepper firing deep down the right sideline. That one's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kendra Hall. Coming up on the SFL post-game show, we will send you to bonus coverage of San Diego, Carolina, where the Skyhawks currently in the lead 29-10. And Cameron Irvine, Mike St. Green will analyze today's afternoon games, plus what's coming up tonight across the SFL family of networks. It's all coming up. The completion of this ball game, the SFL post-game show. Tom Pepper takes the snap on this 4th down and 5, and that one's complete. Moves the chains. Andy Hamilton with the catch, keeps the drive alive. 1 minute and counting.
Got to go deeper if you want a touchdown onside kick opportunity.
Pepper fires straight towards the St. Louis defense. I saw 5 gladiators in the area. I think he was trying to hit Brett Killian, but that one is incomplete. Stops the clock with 54 seconds.
Why not try a deep post route here? Deep corner route. One of the two. You need to hit about 20, 30 yards to get within striking distance.
Pepper fires down the right sideline. Caught by Kendra Hall. And timeout is called at the 30-yard line after a jumping catch.
That's what I was talking about. Gotta go a little bit deeper here. And Pepper pretty much throwing up for grabs and hoping his receivers, and they have all just mossed before a corner for St. Louis, but still, they're still on the St. Louis 30-yard line. Again, it's so hard to tell where people are on the field in the snow, but you got to dial up another deep pass. Something deep and out of bounds.
30 yards to go to the goal line. 3 wide receivers on the field for the league's leader in passing yards. Pepper throws over the middle. That one is caught, sliding up to the 12-yard line and hustling back to the line. BK with the catch. Looking towards the end zone, and that one's tipped and incomplete. Tried to get it back to Brett Killian on back-to-back plays, and that one will stop the clock with 33 seconds to go.
Still time for Vancouver. They need to score in the next, I would say, they have a good chance within the next 10 seconds. Would be good.
The next 2 snaps at most, too. I mean, that obviously depends on if the clock keeps on rolling after this one, too. But they will absolutely, positively need to get the onside kick, as they only have 1 timeout left.
I like this. I think they're going max protect.
And they are indeed. Pepper throwing towards the end zone, and it is a incomplete pass. Andy Hamilton missing that one. He's got 7 receptions, but could not get inbounds on that one. And I thought he had it, Matt, but it's hard to see where that edge is.
The old Coach Wilson doesn't like the play call, and then it works almost.
Yeah, I thought he had a touchdown. I was going to say, well, Tom Pepper did like that play call, Matt. There you go. A couple more receivers on the field for the Legion. 5 wide on this 3rd down and 10. 12 yards away from the goal line, and he gets it.
No.
Oh, and it's dropped incomplete. 4th down and 10. One final shot at this one. If they can get this into the end zone, they still have a chance. If they can't at least get it inside the 2, this game is over. And the St. Louis Gladiators will continue to set new milestones for themselves as they will go to 4-0 for the first time in franchise history. But first, this 4th down and 10. Pepper in the gun, 5 wide. Looking towards that end zone, firing to the end zone, tipped and incomplete. The Gladiators are going to come away with a win and advance to 4-0 on the season.
Oh, Vancouver had to try to throw it into the end zone, but Pepper under pressure, but there was nobody there. There was a couple of Gladiators. Look at this nifty replay here. Douglas just reaching out. I mean, it could have been either guy got their hands on it. And now all St. Louis has to do is kneel, and it's over.
2 kneel downs, and this one should be done if Vancouver wants to call their final timeout. And Vancouver does indeed call their final timeout with 19 seconds to go in this one. One final kneel down is all it will take, Matt, to wrap this ball game up. A incredibly impressive performance by Christian Brown, the rookie picked in the 2nd round, Matt, 22 overall, and he's really showing the Gladiators that using that pick on him has really paid off. A great performance, 28 of 31, 255 yards. He completed over 90% of his passes, 3 passing touchdowns, no picks.
What was his rating?
Rating was 133.2, Matt.
Must have been, that rating stuff doesn't make sense to me sometimes, but you know what? Look at the scoreboard is all I have to say.
Yeah, 21-34, your final score in this one. Vancouver Legion coming up short against the St. Louis Gladiators. That wraps up tonight's game as we head to the post-game show, the final stats and highlights. Matt, your final thoughts in this one?
I mean, when I look at total yards, it seemed like it was flipped the other way, but look at the time of possession, Mike. Is that right?
And no, a little error in the time of possession.
Okay, I was going to say that seemed a little crazy, but it was just a dominant performance by the St. Louis defense. Got a timely turnover, some good stops. Then the St. Louis offense just answering the bell with field goals and touchdowns and really putting the Legion on their heels. And the dynamic passing attack couldn't get him back in the game. So look out for this St. Louis team, as I don't know, it's gonna be hard to knock them off.
Yeah, I agree, Matt. So St. Louis will advance to 4-0 for the first time in franchise history. Vancouver will no longer be undefeated. They will fall to 3-1 on the season, but still a great season ahead for Vancouver for each of these teams. St. Louis doing what probably nobody would have predicted at the beginning of the season. Vancouver piling on points. They're going to definitely be winning some more ball games going forward. Next up for St. Louis, they head to the capital next week as they take on the DC Dragons. Vancouver will once again be on the road. They head to sunny California to take on the Los Angeles Lycans. And following the completion of this ball game, we'll send you out for bonus coverage as San Diego Mavericks are taking on the Carolina Skyhawks. And coming up later on tonight, still 2 more games on the Simulation Football League Week 4 schedule. And yeah, without a doubt, Christian Brown, the player of the game, 28-31, 252 yards and 3 touchdowns. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League on For the Fans. For Matt Wilson, Gerald Smith, our commissioner and producer Cameron Irvine, I am Mike Daggs. Final in this one. We will go now to a commercial break and then we'll follow it up with some bonus coverage in the post-game show. Thank you for joining us. Have a great night, everybody.
And with that, San Diego scores a touchdown right as we get to the post-game update with Mike St. Green. I'm Cameron Irvine. First, let's before we get to analyzing Carolina and San Diego, let's recap quickly the St. Louis victory. St. Louis and Denver, the only 2 teams left undefeated. They take out Vancouver 34-21, a pretty impressive showing on both sides of the football for the Gladiators.
Yeah, Cam, that's exactly what I was going to point out. A complete game from St. Louis, balanced attack on offense. Christian Brown with a big game, 28 out of 31, 255 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Cairo Martinez, 78 yards on the ground. Not a lot of yards, but they were effective yards and a touchdown run. And then that defense, what can you say? Drew Riley with another interception this week. Colin Douglas with 7 tackles. and they pretty much held Robert Redford in check with only about 70 yards.
Yeah, before that touchdown in garbage time here for San Diego, Javier Vasquez was held to less than 100 yards passing today. It was a real struggle. Meanwhile, every team in the Atlantic Division will be 500 or above entering into Week 5. I think they are putting their name out there for best division in the SFL so far.
Yeah, that's going to be a very, very tough division to get out of or even win. It's going to come down to Week 12 to see who's going to come out of that division.
SFL action continues tonight. Fort Worth and Portland. That'll kick off ASAP on LSN, FTF Facebook, and FTF Twitch. And then we also have Las Vegas and Houston getting underway a little bit later this afternoon. And then Week 5 starts on Saturday on the 11 Sports Network, Vancouver, LA, St. Louis, DC, Atlanta, Jacksonville, Vegas, Arizona. Our coverage next Saturday. Mike, it was good having you along for the ride here today, and another great day of SFL action.
Yeah, we can't top SFL action. Another great day in the books. We hope to see you guys again next week.
We'll see you next week for the SFL diehards that continue on here this evening. We'll be live from Portland shortly on FTF Twitch, Facebook, LSN. For now, on across the For the Fans network, we say goodbye and thanks for watching.